This is Renee Collins,
Whitney Acke,
and Rachel Crowe,
and welcome to Overtones. Welcome, everyone. You are listening to the 49th broadcast of Overtones on WLXU 93.9 FM, Lexington Community Radio. We are coming to you from the beautiful and historic Lyric Theater in the great city of Lexington, Kentucky. I am Renee Collins, and along with Whitney Acke, we would like to welcome back our celebrity guest host, Lexington Music Award T.D. Young Blues Award winner in 2019, the lovely and talented Rachel Crowe. Let's welcome Rachel to the show, everyone.
Woo! Yeah. We have just listened to the sounds of Pikeville, Kentucky's Beck and the Starlight Review, Original Song Kentucky, our theme song. And Renee and Rachel, the theme today is Singing Between the Lines, writing from experience. And Beck and the Starlight Review is just an example of what seems like a bumper crop of amazing musicians calling Kentucky their home, and who are doing this songwriting thing so incredibly well with their original music, and they are giving us more opportunities to listen locally than ever before. And today's show is no exception with the songwriters who will be joining us today.
Rachel, let's catch up with you first. You have a fine work of art that has been crafted in a recording studio coming out soon, right?
Yes.
What can you tell us about your exciting news?
I'm excited about this.
Well, tell us about the experience. Where did you record it? Who is on your EP? And what are some of the songs that you have on there?
So we did 3 for the EP. We did Sweet Little Baby, I Can't Quit You, which I think you and I have this little special bond over that, and Hard Case of the Blues. It's funny that you have this. They were all experience, like real life experiences. The things that were said were actually said about it. I have the Beardos on my EP with me, along with Stephen Shepard, he's on the road with Ronnie McDowell.
Oh,
no?
Nice.
Yeah, that's who it is.
And tell us who the Beardos are for our audience that does not know.
My Beardos are Jonathan New and Kenny Meredith. An excellent job on slide guitar, and Kenny, of course, is my harmonica player, and he's excellent too. They are absolutely the two best human beings that I've ever met. Until they're not, and that's cool with that.
You know.
But yeah, they're awesome. I love them.
When might we be able to hear this? Has it been released yet?
It hasn't been released.
Okay. I got a sneak preview, so I'm like all over it.
Yeah,
it is so good.
Yeah, I let you all listen to it because I love you all, and you all have done so much for me. And I was like, I want to share this with you and Warren because like y'all gave me the good little push to go ahead and start doing that, and so it's like I want you to hear it. So I don't really know. That was kind of what I was going to talk to you privately about today.
Well, it might be on next week.
Well, that's true too. So it is super super fresh. I just got the final mix back.
Okay.
When I sent it to you, and I was like a kid at a candy store. I could not contain myself. I was like, I have to share this with all of my people.
My sweet, sweet little baby gonna pick me up. Okay, flannel's got trees are maple bigger than the oak trees. Then I'll stand until it would be. Oh no, crying baby, sweet little baby, sweet little, sweet little, sweet little, sweet little, sweet little baby.
We've been doing a series of songwriting tips from an article that was on Ditto from Facebook that really caught my attention a few weeks back. And we're going to go to tip number 3 this week to set the context for the show. And first of all, the quote this week is from Taylor Swift, who said, "My experience with songwriting is usually so confessional. It's drawn from my own life and my own stories." So the tip is, as obvious as it may sound, some of history's greatest songs are about personal experiences, with artists drawing on real-life events and traumas to spark their creativity. Whether you've been through hard times or great times, you can use your life experiences to great effect. Put those feelings into a song you can be proud of. So, Whitney and Rachel, let me get your perspective on that first. Where do you think confessional or writing from your experience contributes to strong songwriting?
I don't know anybody that does it any other way.
Yeah, we do.
Do
and
we?
I hate them.
Well,
that
listen.
they don't have to go through it.
Well, I think you either have to be an empath or you have to have gone through some stuff in order to write a song. Listen, I guess you don't have to experience it yourself, but you have to look around you and relate to those who have experienced whatever. But I tell you, I don't know, and I talk to a lot of songwriters. The songs that I like the best that they do are things that they've personally gone through. I got to feel it. I have to be moved, and I don't know if most people can do that effectively if they haven't experienced it. I don't know.
Donovan Howard kills me on things like that because he's like,
Oh, yeah.
he doesn't have okay, so he writes wonderful things and it is so incredibly emotional. And I've sit here and cried like a baby. And he's like, but that ain't not me. And I'm like,
That's true. We had Taylor Shuck here a couple of weeks
How
ago who was
does that
saying
happen?
that
and
he said, none of these
Sydney
things relate to
Adams,
me.
she's like 22 years old and has been, married. I think she got married when she was like 19, and she's talking about like some serious heartbreak. And I'm like, what? And like believable because like she just relates on that. And I am so jealous of them because I am stubborn and I have to learn it the hard way.
In essence, these kind of happenings are exactly why we have gathered you all here today to contribute to and listen to this rich, vibrant musical explosion of talent that is happening right now in the state of Kentucky and the great city of Lexington.
How excited are we all today about this outstanding lineup for this special edition of Overtones, appropriately titled Singing Between the Lines, Writing from Experience.
Renee, Rachel, and I are welcoming guests today who have a broad range of musical artistry and significant contribution to the local music scene here in Lexington and beyond. And we are going to hear some of them sing some of the songs and share some of the stories that they are sharing with this community. And today we are honoring the skill of songwriting with some very special guests.
So without further ado, here is your Kentucky Overtones starting lineup. From Berea, Kentucky, we have Tyler Devall. From Georgetown, Kentucky, we have Melissa Deaton.
Y'all ready for this?
From Berea, Kentucky, we have Heather Nicole. And also from Lexington, Kentucky, we have Wesley Saylor.
And we're going to start it all off today with a musical offering from Berea, Kentucky's Tyler Devall. Let's welcome Tyler to Overtones.
Tyler, this is your second appearance on Overtones, but you are no stranger to the Kentucky music scene. You're also set to perform at the Twisted Cork soon. How are you doing, and what have you been doing lately?
Doing great, Renee. Well, I've been rehearsing a lot, not really working on any new material, just scheduling gigs and working out.
Yes, and working out a lot.
Yeah.
Yes. That's part of kind of your self-care plan, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So we're going to be talking with you more later in the show, but what do you have for our listening audience today to enjoy in the opening ceremony of Overtones episode 49, Singing Between the Lines?
The first song I'm going to be doing is called Thelma Lou, or Virginia Girl. It's sort of going to be one of those parentheses, or you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. And it's a love song. Not too much to say about that one. It's just basic love song. Unrequited love, as a matter of fact.
Okay. Let's hear it for Tyler Devall, everyone.
I yearn to hold your fire in my hand. The burning strands would melt your golden crown. Your irises would turn my rock to sand. The crushing blue would tear my castle down. And I'd be lying if I said you never ran a marathon around my head. You are the grain that made a pearl, so rare and beautiful, sweet Virginia girl, sweet Virginia girl. I yearn to trace those freckles on your face. The constellation kisses from the soul. I howl beneath the moonlight of your skin. A diamond made from old Virginia coal. And I'd be lying if I said you never ran a marathon around my head. You are the grain that made a pearl, so rare and beautiful, sweet Virginia girl. I had boarded up my windows, and still there is nothing that can keep my DNA from wanting yours. There's nothing that can keep my DNA from wanting yours, from wanting yours. And I'd be lying if I said you never ran a marathon around my head. You are the grain that made a pearl,
Thank you so much. We are going to hear more from Tyler later in the show, but for now, stick around as we will be back with Georgetown, Kentucky's Melissa Deaton coming up next after the break. And you have just heard the beautiful music of Melissa Deaton. Let's welcome first-timer Melissa Deaton to the show. Hey, Melissa, it's so good to see you.
It's great to see you. I'm so happy to be here.
Gosh, thank you for being here. Tell us a little bit about that song we just heard.
So, Silent Lightning was actually, the lyrics were written 15 years ago or something. And I used to be a flight attendant, and I was overnighting in Fort Walton Beach, and I was just sitting there on the beach, and there was a storm, like, way out to sea. So you could just see the lightning, but you couldn't hear the thunder, and, like, the song it came to me. The lyrics came to me. And so I wrote it in, like, 15 minutes. But then I couldn't play the guitar at the time, and so I didn't do anything with it. And so the song actually was written about 5 years ago.
I got to say that Melissa is infatuated with the weather.
Yes.
Is that a fair statement?
Yes. Right?
And she's a weather expert.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but if I have any questions, I ask Bill, Bill Mack. But yes, I wanted to be a meteorologist when I was little, but now I just take videos and pictures and put them all over Facebook, and it's like the cloud page.
I love that. Let me ask you, Melissa, you have been one half of the Compass Roses, is that
Yes.
correct? With Jen Tackett, and you've performed at My Old Kentucky Foam, at Schlancha, and at Renata's recently, and you've appeared also on Red Barn Radio. And as you reflect back on that experience, because it's been about a year and a half ago, what was that experience like for you that night?
Well, that was like a first for me, and it was so exciting. And then to hear how it all came together afterwards was just beautiful. And that was one of my best experiences musically.
Well, we would agree with that. And what is the next song that you have to sing for us?
The next song is called Bird on a Wire. And of course, I wrote it, I guess, as you would think. I saw a bird on a wire, and it made me think of, not getting down with life, not getting tired, and, spreading your wings and taking flight. And that inspiration came from
A little bit of confessional songwriting from Melissa Deaton this afternoon. Let's welcome her back to the show, everyone.
Fly away from the coming rain, 'cause you know your sins are washed away. Take shelter from the coming wave, 'cause you know that there's a better place. Bird on a wire, don't you get tired, no. Bird on a wire, don't you get tired, no. Bird on a wire, don't you get tired, no. Spread your wings and you won't fall, no matter how big or small. Let the wind carry you away where you know the light shines all day. Bird on a wire, don't you get tired, no. Bird on a wire, don't you get tired, no. Bird on a wire, don't you get tired, no. Someday you'll be saved, and someday there'll be no pain, and someday the wind will change and take you far away. Bird on a wire, don't you get tired, no. Bird on a wire, don't you get tired, no. Bird on a wire, don't you get tired, no.
So the Taylor Swift quote we introduced today said, "My experience with songwriting is so confessional. It is drawn from my own life and my own stories." Melissa, do you find when you're writing your songs, you pull those from your experiences? I think you just kind of made that confessional
Well, I guess
just a minute
so.
ago, right?
I guess so, yeah. Sometimes I have a hard time expressing myself, and I have a hard time putting like my experiences out there for everyone to know. So that makes songwriting difficult for me, but if I wait long enough, something eventually comes out. But yeah, it's hard to put your hard times out there for everyone to see.
You have to wait long enough. I was just talking about that. I was been like stumped on about 5 songs, and I was like, somebody needs to come and break my heart, do something awful.
Don't will that. Listen, I did that one time. It was the biggest mistake of my life.
I got writer's block bad. I can't finish anything, so somebody needs to come and wreck it just for a minute. I just need you to come in and wreck it and go away, and then we'll all be done. I mean,
yeah, I think it's really cool that Melissa said that, it's hard to do this, because let's not beat around the bush. Like, I think songwriters are extremely heroic for putting out their stuff, and good for them for doing that. And it kind of gives you a way to do that with like an excuse. So it's a little bit of a safety barrier, the song in itself. Although I think you're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you.
So, like, there's that Rolling Stones song about, like, if I dug the knife deep in my heart and let it bleed on the stage. That's stupid. I mean, and that's what we do.
That's right.
And, I mean, I sing my songs constantly, and I constantly still cry about them. I mean, and they are, the experience is old and dead, and it's not anything about it, but it's just like, put a little salt in it.
Amen.
Pick at it a little bit.
So Melissa, I know that we've talked. Listen, I'm like in the songwriting community in this area. I talk a lot about moms, being a mom and being a songwriter, and how it is to the judgment that you get by playing in bars and having young kids. My kids are pretty much grown now, but I know that you have 2 small twins. And talk to us and talk to the other women about the challenges of pursuing a music career, how you find time to write songs, how you get through the barriers of the judgment of being a mom and playing in bars. How do you do that? How do you manage it?
Well, I mean, for me, it is very difficult. They're very energetic children, and they take all of my brain cells. I literally don't even have thoughts in my head most of the time. So to sit down and even have time to practice, and then be able to put like conscious, thought into telling a story is like almost impossible. So that makes it very difficult. I personally have not experienced judgment from going and playing anywhere with having kids. I mean, I know those people are out there. I personally haven't experienced that. But it's hard for me to play anywhere because it's hard to find babasitters
You have
for
to have a support
twins.
system, right? Like the support system is so important,
right? So, but they're starting to get older, so I feel like I'm getting to the point where I'm able to start, working on that part of me again, and I'm able to start getting out again. Like, I'm here. This is a big deal for me.
That's right. It does get easier, I promise you. As they grow older, you'll be able to make more time for yourself.
And that's the hardest part is finding yourself again too after just being a mom, and that's all that you have time for, and you kind of lose yourself in that role. So
I think that's your song. It's like no thoughts in my head.
That's true.
And all I have time is this.
That's good. Well, we need to get together and help me co-write.
I'm always there. Let me go find somebody to wreck it, and then we'll get together and it'll be done. But I think what she was saying on judgment is that, like, I know that our songwriting community, there are very few people that are super judgy, and they get called straight out.
Yeah.
Yes.
On stuff like that, because we ain't got time
on
to
the
play.
face.
Ain't nobody got time.
We
for
don't
that.
play. We snap.
No, we don't.
Snap them screenshots.
That's right. Do not tick us off.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
but no, and
Unless I could really
think,
care less what they think. I mean,
that's a great way
that
to
is
think
a good
about it.
attitude. But I think maybe what Whitney was saying is like, I think everybody has a problem with, and I found that for women, with children or without, and unless you have somebody that actually does music with you, they don't get it. And they're super judgy about it because they think that you're in there partying or being weird. And I was like, oh man, this is like my second income.
You knew how hard it was for me to even to get to this point.
Right. For doing it for, basically peanuts. And that's what we do because we love it. We have to do it.
I'm a big fan of Melissa and Jen's song that they've sing called Two Mamas.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
that's a great one.
2 mamas, 3 kids, and lots of alcohol. We're gonna get out on the town tonight. 2 mamas, 3 kids, and lots of alcohol. We're gonna smoke cigarettes, shut this place down.
Well, Melissa, we are so pleased that you took the time out of your schedule to be with us today. It was so good to see you, and thank you for sharing your songs with our audience on Overtones today. What are you going to share for us for your last song?
Well, first of all, thank you guys so much for having me. It was such an honor, and it's been such a great day, and getting to hear so many other amazing artists and so many eclectic different types of styles, and it was really a treat. So thank you. And the last song is a song I just wrote a few days ago, and it's called Kentucky State of Blue.
Here is Melissa Deaton one more time with a new song. She's just, I think it's her fresh song, right?
It's just a couple days ago.
All right. Kentucky State of Blue, everyone.
Thank you.
Well, heck, I'm a redneck from that good state of blue, where the boys in the mine see a different kind of view. We say y'all in yonder and down that old holler, you may be confused in Kentucky State of Blue. They strip off our mountains and leave them all bare. Now there's echoes of shouting from hearts with despair. From the farm to the factory, we're a whole lot like you, with a different kind of charm in Kentucky State of Blue. And it's run for the roses, our fields full of horses, and those rolling hills, some high moonshine stills, where the bourbon it flows on a Saturday night. But church, here we go to make everything right. We may not be just like you, it's 'cause we're Kentucky through and through. Yeah, my family just might come out that deep dark holler and pull you right out by the blue of your collar. Yeah, we've been known for a few famous feuds, so don't mess with my crew in Kentucky State of Blue. And it's run for the roses, our fields full of horses, and those rolling hills, some high moonshine stills, where the bourbon it flows on a Saturday night. But church, here we go to make everything right. We may not be just like you, it's 'cause we're Kentucky through and through. Now don't tell me we don't understand things like you, 'cause we'll teach you a song with a new kind of tune. Yeah, there's much more to say about this great state, but my point to you, we're Kentucky through and through. And it's run for the roses, our fields full of horses, and those rolling hills, some hot moonshine stills, where the bourbon it flows on a Saturday night. But church, here we go to make everything right. We may not be just like you, it's 'cause we're Kentucky through and through. It's 'cause we're Kentucky through and through. It's 'cause we're Kentucky through and through.
Thank you again so much, Melissa Deaton, for being here. We will be back with more music from our artists in the studio, including the music of Heather Nicole. Coming up next on WLXU 93.9 FM, Lexington Community Radio.
make my wish your command. You can grow taller than the pines, oh, but you'll always be my dandelion. I was happy as a kid when I found you. You made all my wishes finally come true. And when I wanna stop trying, I look at my dandelion. I hope you soak up many rays. You grow from each and every rainy day. And if the storms get too strong, you hear this song. And when the world gets too cold for the little boy I used to hold, he might be down for a season, that's fine. Oh, but he'll be back up, he's my dandelion. I was happy as a kid when I found you. You made all my wishes finally come true. And when I wanna stop trying, I look at my dandelion. Whoa, yeah.
We're back, and you have just heard Berea singer-songwriter Heather Nicole. Let's welcome Heather to the show. Hey, Heather.
Hey,
We're-
Rachel.
We're good friends now.
Yeah.
We've been hanging out at some songwriter rounds together.
Yes, you
and-
gave me some killer advice, and you've helped me out so much.
Oh, thanks. No one really ever says that.
That
So
is
I'm
not true.
not true.
Just for the record.
I give. Well, it depends on when you catch me.
She lies.
When you're good and drunk, that's the best time.
Yeah.
That's the best, I get the best
heard it here
advice then.
That is like, well, I mean, here's the thing: is that you get less sugar when I'm that way. So I just cut right to the chase and be like, "Listen, sissy, this is what
I
has
had no
happened."
idea Rachel was capable of anything else.
What?
Then cut to the chase.
Well,
that's
there's
what
less
you're.
sugar
That's
on
why
it.
we love you.
I cut it. It's
There you
just
go.
like
All
I
right.
put a little sprinkle
All right,
on
then.
it so that nobody, you kind of like, I'm acceptable in, proper society. Or what's the name of your song? And also, what's the story behind that song?
The name of the song is Dandelion. I wrote it for my little brother. He's been through so much. He's just 10. We thought he had cancer. There's a lot of things that's went on in his life, and I always called him my little dandelion because just like when you mow the yard and the next morning you walk out and those little suckers, those dandelions, they're there every time. They pop right back up. So I'm like, well, just like my brother, no matter how many times life cuts him down or I push him down, he always pops back up. So that's where I
love
got the
that
idea.
song. I've heard you play it several times. And we've been talking about the quote from Taylor Swift and about how writing is a confessional experience. How does it make you a better songwriter and performer?
I definitely think that getting on stage and performing a song that you believe in and that you've been through, there's so much more emotion, and the audience can definitely always pick up on that.
So what are you going to share with us next?
I'm going to share with you a song called My Name. I wrote this one for my fiance. I've played guitar and sung since I was 12, but I didn't have the confidence to go for it and sing in front of people until I met him about 3 years ago. And I just felt like I had an off day. I felt like nothing was going right. I wasn't as far as I wanted to be in music. No one had heard of me. And then he hollered my name in the next room looking for his shoes. And I was like, you know what? Other people might not be hollering my name, but he is. My name's not in lights, but he really lights up whenever my name is even said. And that's all that matters. So that's why I wrote the song. It's for him.
Excellent. Well, here is, I know it's exciting going on right now. Here is Heather Nicole with her song, My Name.
because you know my name. High school reunion, no one knew my name. But when I got home, that all changed. You poured us some shots and I grabbed my own guitar. Once again, I become your rock star. My name's not Delights, but I shine when you say it. When you're in the other room and can't find your shoes, you scream it. Oh, I'm not a dreamer who tripped through the chase, because you know my name. We'll have a little one someday. That three-letter word will become my name. I'll be rocking this world when I'm rocking her, babe. My name's not Delights, but I shine when you say it. When you're in the other room and can't find your shoes, you scream it. Oh, I'm not a dreamer who tripped through the chase, because you know my name.
So, Heather, you are pursuing your education at BCTC and at Lyrico. So, talk a little bit with us about that experience and what it's been like for you and what you've learned about yourself.
I've met a lot of people doing two schools, and I think that's very important, is getting out and meeting people and learning from everyone's experiences and their stories. That's helped me a lot with songwriting, too. It's a little rough balancing everything, but when I come back to my music, it's kind of a calming effect. It has a calming effect on me.
It's amazing. What do you hope when people come and hear you? What do you hope that they say about the experience once they've left your show?
I hope that I've either made them laugh or make them cry or make them think with my songs, because I've always heard that if you can do one of those three things in a song, then you've got it.
Fantastic. So what are you going to share for us next?
Next, I want to share a song with you that I wrote called Best Mistake. I wrote it pretty much about all of my favorite mistakes that I've made.
Well, wonderful. We learn from our mistakes, right?
Yes.
So
sometimes.
let's welcome again Heather Nicole.
You're no good. Mama says you're trouble. Daddy has his shotgun ready. But you have a car and my whole heart. I don't care if you're unsteady. 17, you and me, we were making history. Yeah. 'Cause driving down the highway with freedom in my heart, I get carried away. The flames in your eyes ignite a fire in me. For a moment in time, I'm who I wanna be. I can't help but think this is the best mistake I've ever made. After 2 years of fast cars and freedom, you say I'm making a mistake. Piled in favorite guitar, along with my heartache. 19 crazy, I dropped the match and drove away. 'Cause driving down the highway with freedom in my heart, I get carried away. The flames in your eyes ignite a fire in me. For a moment in time, I'm who I wanna be. I can't help but think this is the best mistake I've ever made. They say that I will never make it. Music doesn't provide. I packed all my things to chase these dreams, to show them that's a lie. 25, I'll survive another mistake. 'Cause driving down the highway with freedom in my heart, I get carried away. The flames in your eyes ignite a fire in me. For a moment in time, I'm who I wanna be. I can't help but think this is the best mistake I've ever made.
Thank you, Heather. Whitney, Rachel, and I will be back with more music from our artist in the studio, including the music of Lexington, Kentucky's Wesley Saylor, coming up next on WLXU 93.9 FM, Lexington Community Radio, after these messages.
My life I owe to you. See, you're the reason why I'm here, and for that I shed these tears down my face. Because I know that you don't deserve to suffer, and yes, I love your mother. I'll stay by your side. Even as you sit alone, I'll be there when I'm not home. That's just how it is when you have a kid. Oh, who loves to see you smile and hear me sing a while. So when you're scared and you've lost hope, please turn on this song. Oh, every time you cry, know there's hope inside. So yes, I'm here for all you need. Know there's love from me. Have yet to meet. Oh, your grandbaby's just like me. Watch them walk with tiny feet. You need to see me sing on stage. Oh, as they chant and sing my songs. And no, it won't be long. I need you there to hug me when I'm broke like it's no joke. And so yes, I hope that you'll be there and you'll be strong when I know you don't feel right. but it can't hold your light. So when you're scared and you've lost hope, please turn on this song. Oh, every time and you cry, know there's hope inside. So yes, I'm here for all you need. Know there's love from me. Please just fight until you're alright. 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 So when you're scared and you've lost hope, please turn on this song. Yeah, every time and you cry, know there's hope inside. So yes, I'm here for all you need. Know there's love from your son. So yes, I'm here for all you need. Know there's love from me.
You are listening to WLXU 93.9 FM. You've just heard the marvelous music of Lexington, Kentucky's Wesley Saylor. And as Wesley is also making his second appearance on Overtones, let's welcome Wesley Saylor back to the show, everyone.
Wesley, what was the name of that song?
That was Love from Your Son. Yeah.
And you want to talk to us about your confessional songwriting process?
Yeah. So this new EP is titled Mom, and this is very much a confessional type of writing style. It's going to be 3 songs, and basically each song is chronological order of her going through her cancer treatment and her dealing with it, and then eventually her passing. And so the first song, Love from Your Son, I actually wrote that whenever I would sit with her, and I didn't really know what to say. It's kind of hard to talk to someone when you're 17, 18, and you know, they look like they're 80 or 90, and you're just trying to say good words to them. It's hard.
Yeah. I don't know what to say after something like that. I'm sorry. It hurts my heart so bad. Where have we been able to hear you with our Listen Locally scene in Lexington around?
Yeah, I used to play the Twisted Cork a lot, the Sunday night open mics. Also play a lot, well, not so much anymore. I do a lot of internet marketing and stuff, but Common Grounds, the Borough every now and then, just the regular spots here in Lexington, and Cincinnati and Louisville, and sometimes Eastern Kentucky and a little bit of West Virginia.
Yeah, so everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Wesley, what are you going to perform for us next? And tell us a little bit of the songwriting that came from this life experience.
This song is called Back in September, and basically this is the day after she passed away, September 25th, because she passed away September 24th. But basically it's just always about being in that mental state, which I'm not currently, but for a long time it was a pretty dark place.
Let's welcome Wesley back to Overtones, everyone.
People leave unexpected. I expected you to leave.
should have loved you every day, but life got in between. Back in September, I'll always remember the last breath you gave to keep from the grave. My mind will stay with you every day. I'm back in September, I'll always remember. I'm back in September today. I miss my mom, I miss her love. I was just a kid, only wanted to live. Back in September, I'll always remember the last breath you gave to keep from the grave. My mind will stay with you every day. I'm back in September, I'll always remember. I'm back in September today. Breath you gave to keep from the grave. My mind will stay with you every day. I'm back in September, I'll always remember. I'm back in September today. I'm back in September today. I'm back in September every day.
I just have to say, like, I know Wesley, and I've heard him play a lot of fun stuff. And I told you earlier, I'm so proud of you for coming in here today. It was really unexpected for me. And this is a true example of just really bearing your soul, because how, Wesley's written these songs about these intimate moments that very few people ever really share, but so many people need to hear because they've done it too. So thank you so much for that. What do you hope that people get out of, especially this new EP about your mom? What do you hope people will take away?
I hope they take away a sense of relatability. Also, just knowing that, like, you're not alone. A lot of times, just hearing that externally, you almost kind of need that sometimes, to know that someone else is going through it and to know that they can get through it. Because I would say that although I am still healing every day, I'm at a better place, and there's reasons for that. And usually when people send me messages, they may be in that spot still, but I give them what I did, which is friends, family, music, or a sense of expression, some way or some sort of support. I like to chant a lot of things in the gym. That's always nice. But yeah, every day you need something.
Yeah, it was such a gift. I just can't thank you enough for, you moved everybody in here, and it was just a beautiful moment. Thank you for sharing that so much with us. Tell us about the last song we're going to hear from you.
This song is called When the Sky Cries, and basically this song is, the studio version is 9 minutes and 24 seconds for September 24th. And basically it is the progression of the healing process. I actually have my uncle singing on it, Tim Stewart, my dad. I'm playing the first guitar they ever bought me when I was 12. I have best friends singing on it. I have a lot of people that supported me, and then I just put that into the studio version. But this song is called "This Is When the Sky Cries."
Wesley Saylor, everyone.
Came home to nothing and walked out to darkness. She used to sit here on the porch. She'd smoke a cigarette before work. She fought hard, never gave up for her kids and husband too. But heaven needed its angels. She got her wings. I know she's with me through everything. But when the sky starts to cry, I know it's from her eyes. Tears of love, they rain down from above. A love that has no bounds. Not even death could hold it down. So when the sky starts to cry, Mama, I know why. I know why. I've got to keep my head on straight, 'cause I know Mom is pulling strings. I'll do my best tonight, I won't sing her aloud, 'cause I know Mama has a friends. Yeah, gathered in the clouds, I wanna show her she didn't fail. That a little baby boy, yeah, will grow into a man she can be proud of, and I hope she understands that the reason for me, yeah, was all from her hands. So when the sky starts to cry, if I know it's from her eyes, tears of love, they rain down from above. Her love that has no bounds. Not even death could hold it down. So when the sky starts to cry, Mama, I know why. I know why. Sis fall from heaven to guide us through this life we live, this life we tis fall from heaven sky starts to cry. Mama, I know why. I know why.
Wesley, we're so appreciative of you being on the show with us today and sharing your life experience with us. We will be back to talk more with Tyler Devall, who opened the show for us today. And he is also going to talk to us about how he writes from experience. And you are listening to Overtones, hosted by Renee Collins and Whitney Acke on WLXU 93.9 FM, Lexington Community Radio. More coming up after the break.
How does it feel to be numb? Is it better to hide under the lines you can't see? This bitter pill is a gun, and Russian roulette, it seems to strike your fancy. How does it feel to be numb? Is it better to hide under the influence of substances? Dilute your blood till you're no longer related to me. Related to me. Take on another shift. Palms in the middle, hands in the middle. Work out another rift. Something is muffled, another juggle. This is the foreground. Are you dripping wet and ready for the down-filled pillow fight? Did you apply that pesticide prior to the blight? Oh, your reality is slighted. A few clean shots killed the fight in you to hide it. And inhibitions will drift away on the sea of yeast decay. No, maybe, well, okay. No, maybe, well, okay. No, maybe.
Welcome back to Overtones on Lexington Community Radio. And how awesome has it been to listen locally today, everyone? You've just enjoyed the music of Berea's own Tyler Devall from this edition of Overtones titled Singing Between the Lines. Let's welcome Tyler back to the show, everyone. So, Tyler, what was the name of that song?
That song was called Numb.
And what's the background of that song? How did you write from experience with that song?
So I started writing that song when I was a sophomore in high school with my first band. We were terrible. So that song never really made it far. Especially, it was like the beginning stanza, how does it feel to be numb? That was written for my older brother, who is an addict in recovery. And that's sort of actually been a theme throughout my life. My parents, my brother, and then just a lot of people in Berea that I don't know, it's weird when you grow up, in that sort of environment. It's really easy to spot an addict, someone who's afflicted or suffering in that way. So it's just something that I've always been aware of, and I suppose, that's where that song originated from.
What has been going on in your life recently that's created a platform for you to write from your own life experience?
Well, I also am in recovery for alcoholism. It's really weird and bizarre to say that, especially because nobody would expect that from me. I work out a lot. I don't get into trouble. The brand of addiction that I suffer from it's so quiet that it's actually, I think, in many ways more dangerous and detrimental to my creative process and to, the goals that I want to achieve. Just sort of takes the energy out of you. But yeah, so I've actually been working towards sobriety since October of 2018. We're in 2019 now. And the longest stretch that I had was about 2 months. Around the days, being as I'm sort of conditioned to get really stressed out and worried and depressed, just as a trend, throughout my life, I allowed myself to have a pint of Irish whiskey, and I just had a hard time reining it back in, despite how badly I wanted to. Being a singer-songwriter or a poet or an artist, whatever, I feel like a lot of what I experience is very high def. Everything is very loud, very bright. I'm always taking in so much information all the time. I feel like when you're drinking all the time, when you're or whatever your affliction is, I feel like it just sort of turns the volume down, turns the brightness down. In many ways, that's comforting. I don't think that it's necessarily always a bad thing for people, but it's a bad thing for me because what I want to do is to take everything in, to be inspired, and to use everything that I'm seeing or hearing, learning about in order to make more music and more poetry, etc. So.
Well, you have a support system here, Tyler.
Absolutely.
And I just really wanted to mention that Jessica Bray from Kentucky Country Music was in our home interviewing Greg Austin this past weekend about his recovery process. Mm-hmm. And I just really think it takes a lot of courage and a lot of boldness. I know you really struggled with whether to communicate this on Facebook, for example.
Absolutely.
And how do you feel like communicating that really brings an accountability to yourself and to others?
Well, see, that's a very good question because from October to December, I was keeping it really quiet. One of my best friends, Cece Roden, she was like one of the only people to know that I was, and other friends, Cece, my friend Sean, other folks, but other than that, like pretty much nobody knew what I was trying to accomplish, what I was going through. I feel like coming out and like putting it out into the open for everybody to know about, I feel like it's I feel like I have a lot more people to let down should I backslide, for one thing. But I felt like I don't know, keeping it a secret from everyone else sort of enabled me to, sneak up to the liquor store real quick without anybody like knowing, and if nobody knows about it, did it really happen? I think that's sort of how I was, justifying the times that I would slide back and have drinks. It was sort of like a binge and purge routine from December until just over 2 weeks ago. That's when I posted it on Facebook and have been sober ever since. So.
Well, I think another consequence will be that you will build a support system that you may not have even known that you had.
That's very true, and I had a lot of people reach out, family members even who had similar issues in the past, not immediate family, cousins and so forth, reached out to me to be like, hey, I've been on the grind since 2006, really proud of you, and other friends from high school and et cetera, so forth, reached out just to be like, hey, you are not alone in this. So it's been really awesome this time around.
Well, thank you again so much for being with us. Before you sing your last song, would you speak to, you have a really unique style that's really kind of hard, right, Whitney? That's really kind of hard to kind of coin, but I would call it very deliberate, very purposeful. And you play around with a lot of different rhythms that are opposite of what you're singing. I would think from being a singer that would be very difficult for most people to master and conquer, and I think you just do it so well. How would you describe your performance style?
It's a lot better if you practice.
Yeah. I would think it would require a lot of practice, right?
And I have been, as soon as I've confirmed this show, I repped, the last song that I will be performing.
What are you going to sing for us next, Tyler?
This song is called Agnes.
Okay, let's give it up one more time for Tyler Devall.
Agnes, do you have to be so mean? Say yes with the grin that makes me green. Ingesting your North and South Pole flip, it tasted like a lost and lonesome sheep. Princess, when you hurt, will you hurt me? Impressed by your shift-sharp certainty, but it's best not to make a mess in me, so I'll just tidy up and let you be. I'll let you be. Sweetness, I have seen you through those holes in that border wall around your soul. Oh, baby, did I ever ask too much? I just wanted our pinkies to
This seems like a great place to end this edition of Overtones, episode number 49, appropriately titled Singing Between the Lines. And I would like to thank all of our guests, Tyler Devall, Melissa Deaton, Heather Nicole, Wesley Saylor, and all of you in the listening audience for making a choice to listen locally today. As we close the show today, you are listening to Louisville, Kentucky's Mama Said String Band, performing their instrumental original Moon Twins, and we are so thankful to them for this beautiful work of musical art that ends our show each and every week in such a powerful and inspirational way. Until next week, this is Renee Collins,
Whitney Acke,
and Rachel Crowe,
working in concert each and every week to bring you the best the state of Kentucky has to offer music fans, reminding you that where words fail, music speaks.
Have a great week filled with music, family, friends, and a lot of love.
Listen locally.
Goodbye, everyone.
Sunday morning, stumbled from my bed, afraid of what the mirror might say to me. Memories of you so strong, a classic case of love gone wrong. Maybe someday I'll get it right. And somewhere in Kentucky, there's a man who's feeling lucky, sleeping with a woman that once was mine. And somewhere two lovers lie, together side by side, in a place that once was mine. When I see you on the street, I wonder why you don't speak. I guess some broken hearts never mend. Things I wish I'd said, they feel as empty as my bed. Maybe someday I'll get it right. And somewhere in Kentucky, there's a man who's feeling lucky, sleeping with a woman that once was mine. Somewhere two lovers lie, together side by side, in a place that once was mine. Somewhere in Kentucky, there's a man who's feeling lucky, sleeping with a woman that once was mine.
friends I'm seeing. What a lovely place to be. And I love being a Berean. I'm in love with the friends I'm seeing. What a lovely place to be in. So sweet it gives you cotton mouth. And it may be a sin to say that I'll see Carolyn again. Might not see Carolyn again, but all that I can do is grin because of the place that I am in, because I love being a Berean. I'm in love with the friends I'm seeing. What a lovely place to be in. I love being a Berean. I'm in love with the friends I'm seeing. What a lovely place to be in.
Great job. You have been listening to Tyler Thompson from Berea singing about Berea. And I've been wanting to introduce the two of you all for a long time now. Have you ever met before?
Today?
Yes, Grayson and
Pleasure.
Tyler. Because Tyler was on Red Barn a few months ago and just did a great job. And he is actually Sam Gleaves' cousin.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So-
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, so
we
I'm,
met after Sam made it to college, so we didn't grow up together, but it was interesting to find that, you know, somebody so well known and talented was related to me.
yes, so we definitely want to claim them, right? And I just want to get Joanna to weigh in on Tyler's song about Berea.
Wow, well, today was actually the first day I've heard Tyler live, but I did sneak on YouTube and listen to some videos. And
Thank you.
She does her research, let me just say. You do a great job.
Well, I was really impressed with the emotion and depth in his music. Just like today, it's almost like not just hear the music, but you feel the words and the intention behind it. And man, I really love the finger picking. Seriously,
I know,
awesome.
he plays
Super
an
fan,
incredible
yeah.
guitar.
Yeah, it's
And it
really
was just
awesome.
amazing to watch him that night on Red Barn, wasn't it? Just incredible. So, Tyler, how would you characterize your music?
That is a very good question. You know, jokingly, I usually just say it's good. but that's just, you know, it's hard. It's hard to classify it and to put it into any sort of category, just because I draw from so many influences: bluegrass, classical, hip hop, R&B, electronic, rock and roll, whatever. Like, I draw from all of those influences. So, you know. How would you characterize
Oh my
it?
goodness! The night on Red Barn, it was really kind of hard to classify it, and I thought that was the beauty in what you did. We never knew what was going to come up next because of the different ways that you play the guitar and the different styles of songs that you sing. I think you have just such a broad range, and I love your voice and I love your guitar playing. It's incredible. What do you want people to say about you after seeing you perform?
Well, music has always been something that I've taken refuge in, you know, in my darkest times. You know, I think we've probably all been there. written songs that were difficult to even perform after we've written them. But the reason that I do that I sometimes approach subject matter such as that, is to just have that therapy, you know. And I hope that when people listen to my music, they feel like if they connect to it, if they relate to it, they know they're not alone. And they know that they can do something with, you know, those dark times to, you know, create something beautiful and to share that with even more people. And it just perpetuates the process of healing and connecting with everyone.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Wonderful. I'm so glad you're here today. Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
And where can the audience see you in the future?
In the future, well, as of today, my songwriting partner Jacob and I released a video with Summer Sessions.
Wow.
I believe Grayson's been on there. And so we've got a song called Pollen that you can listen to via Summer Sessions now. I was going to perform that today, but I decided to go with winter coat as the weather got a little bleak. On the
hopefully you won't have to see that. That's right. The whole thing about summer sounds really good to me right now.
But other than just trying to make more like live videos and stuff like that with different production companies in the area, I'm just trying to get out there more. Trying to get up to Lexington more. Things at my day job have gone really well the past couple of months, so that's gonna enable me to get out here and
that's wonderful.
And perform more and schedule more shows and do more recordings and all that good stuff.
We need much more of you in Lexington, definitely. Berea, can we borrow him for a while? Right? So are you going to play another selection from your discography for us today?
Yeah, this one's called Winter Coat, and it's very appropriate today. And may you all find someone to hold on to.
Oh, nice. Tyler Thompson.
Cue the music new to my amusement. Bruises blue and rouge which knew the truth of fluid movement. And I could never best this weather without us so pressed together. Chest to chest, no vest, no sweaters. Just our arms, they hold much better. No red scarves or coats of leather. Just our mouths, breathless endeavors. No leather boots or feathers of a goose. I'd rather lose my mind than find you've let me lose. Aren't our garments useless through and through? So much improved, removed of such a nuisance. And I could never best this weather without us so pressed together. Chest to chest, no vest, no sweaters. Just the arms, they hold much better. No red scarves or coats of leather. Just our mouths, breathless endeavors. No leather boots or feathers of a goose. I'd rather lose my mind than find you let me. Of the senses, taste never wasted, sight never blighted, unhinged by some sensitive itches, unhinged like an unfinished. 'Cause 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 ' day.
Well, I'll rest easy in that old mountain town. Well, just as far as I can see, all the way down 23. Well, I swear this place was made just for me. And when I get back home from the long road I've been on, well, I know you'll be right here for me. Well, Kentucky, you will always be my home. I come back to you no matter where I roam. When they lay my body down in that East Kentucky ground, well, I'll